Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. I say this almost all the time, but it's still such a good feeling to be able to say that. So if you already saw the title, yes, I am about to sit here and show you guys how you can make a truly cheap, affordable meal quick in only 4 ingredients. So, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell below so you do not miss when I post. And you guys know I change my posting dates. So please do not miss Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. I will be posting. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media linked above. Alright, let's get into this video because I'm excited to show you. Okay. So, before we really get into this video, please excuse the noise. I am washing and I am the clothes in the dryer and the wash. But, so let me explain to you. Every culture, every family, everybody has their own understanding of a poor man's meal. Some could even consider this a poor man's meal. I'm going to consider this a quick and easy meal. This right here can honestly, if you're in a struggle or whatever, if you have a little bit of money and you have to feed your family, this right here is the absolute best meal to make. Your kids won't be picky, nothing, and it literally takes under 30 minutes. And when I say that, the most of the time is the grains of it all, which takes the longest, and it doesn't really take that long. You can cook it 2 ways. So before I really go in depth, first one is rice. Guys, I purchased this rice at Aldi's for like $3 and something. This meal literally cost me under $22. Truly. You know what I'm saying? Like $3 and something. But if you like your food saucy, I would say do what I'm doing. The same size and everything. It's up to you. So again, I have one paste, 1 can of tomato sauce, and I got this big old 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. This thing was $1.87, so still under $2. So we're gonna round it up to 2. So we're gonna say this is $1.25, and it's not, but I'm gonna go there with it. $2, so we're at $3.25 plus 9. We're at 9, 10, 11, 12, 25, and the fourth ingredient is kidney beans. Guys, kidney beans is like a staple. I think kids would really enjoy this. I love kidney beans. I love the amount of carbs, protein, and everything. It's very healthy, and you only need 1 can. You don't want the whole dish to be beans, right? Even for the amount of food that I'm cooking, 1 can is simply enough. This can was like $1 and change. It wasn't even $1.25. I think it was like $1.17. So we're gonna say $1.25. Fine. We found a ground beef for $7. We got a bag of rice for like $1. You can go to the dollar store and get it for $1.25. So we're gonna say go to the dollar store because we're on a budget, right? Get your ground beef for under $7. Get your dollar store rice for $1.25. So we're gonna say 7 plus 125, plus we got $3 of cans, $3.50 of canned tomato base. So we're at what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 75, 12, $13. Everything under $14 you get fined to feed your family. Also, this kidney beans come with sauce. Do not drain the sauce out because, again, you need all the sauce and flavoring it is. So that is what I'm saying, guys. You can literally feed your whole you can literally feed your whole family for under $15. This right here, for the amount that I got, let's calculate what I spent. I had to buy some more rice. This cost me like $2 or something. So I'm going to say still $3. I spent $13.01 for this. So we're at $16.01. Still $3.25. We're going to leave this at $13 even because I already rounded this up, right? So 13 plus 3, 16 plus 3.50, $21. And that's rounding it all the way up. $21 is what I purchased this meal for. That's not even a 2-person McDonald's meal. If you got 2 McDonald's full meals and a drink, you're spending about $15. You know, let's say they're $9 each, 18, so $20 for one meal. This right here is going to last us at least 3 days. You see what I'm saying? So let's get cooking. Okay, so there are 2 ways you can cook your rice. I'm using my slow cooker, pressure cooker. This is kind of like an all-in-one. You could do it on a pan too, but I'm really trying to minimize my cooking, avenues. So I am going to measure and rinse my rice and then throw it right in here. Okay. So far this is 4 cups. I was going to use my measuring cup. I wanted to show you. I'm not even going to cut that out, to be honest. The thing don't have no damn writing on it. I'm like, wait a minute, how many cups is this? So I can't even tell. So I had to calculate it within measuring cups. So I'm going to rinse this, poured in here, and this is 4. I'm going to do 8 because I'm going to use half of it for my food and put half away because I also I'm gonna do a video separately and showing you how I feed and what I feed my dog. So let's get this rinsed and then thrown in here, and I'll show you how this is so easy, guys, so easy. So let me show you that. Okay, so my washed rice, I'm gonna just throw it in here. And I'm basically going to just repeat the process. Okay, so the key to making rice is, let me show you, this is where we're at, is making sure you go a little bit above the rim of the rice to cook it. So I'm using spring water because I'm picky. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. You see that? Literally just a bit above. And you can just shake it down just to make sure. I like to mix my rice up just to make sure. A little bit above. I'm going to do just a little bit more. And then that's it. Put it on. Start it. White rice. And that's it. Okay, guys, so I have the rice here just to show you. It's done, thank goodness. I have this here. What we're going to do first is we're going to start the pot. And I'm telling you, this is like the easiest recipe. This rice literally took 20 minutes to cook. I didn't want to draw it out because I wanted to have this cooling off. I'm actually going to turn that off before I started cooking and showing you the actual time, you know, of everything. So again, you can season it however you want to. I have my own kind of like mixed seasons. In here is my herbal mix. It's smoked paprika, it's garlic powder, onion powder, all kinds of herbs, and then some other like full-on herbs. I just blended it into a dust powder, and that's what I'm using. That's one. Oops. And then I have here a little bit of seasonings and mixture of that. I'm going to use that and pepper. And I'm going to use a little bit of cayenne. These 4 things is truly all that I'm going to use in my cooking. I'm going to add just a little bit, like a true little bit of, this is sunflower oil. If I can get the top off. Here we go. I'm going to show you just the amount of oil that I'm using. Literally just enough to do a dusting of the bottom. because beef typically makes its own oil anyway. Now I usually would add like I have some already crushed garlic. I would add that, but what if you don't have it? You know what I'm saying? What if you just have your seasons? Then I'm gonna do it as if I don't have it as well. So we're gonna turn this on like a low to medium heat, and I'll pour it in here. Just you see that? That's what we want. And I like onions in mine too, but again, what if I don't have onions? And what if I don't have the money for onions? We're not gonna worry about it. And I mean like four ingredients. That means no onions, no green peppers. You might not have money for it. Now granted, this might not look like a lot, but it's a lot, especially when you have a full-on thing of rice. I couldn't think. So I like to put the lid on it, and I also like to add my seasons in early on. So I'm going to add my pepper in right now, and you can just season according to your taste buds. I'm going to cook my cayenne in now instead of in my sauce mix, because I want it to actually cook into, you know, the food. So I'm using ground cayenne, and I'm not going to like whip. You can see it as it is on the camera. This is going to basically surface through the sauce as well. I'm putting it back because I don't need it anymore. I'm using my seasoning blend, and I'm not. And yes, again, it looks like it's heavy because I'm not going to really heavy season my sauce. It's basically by taste. And then my herb mix. Now there's one ingredient that I do add in here. And that's one I added into my sauce, and that's a little bit of sugar. What that is going to do is it's going to basically take the acidity and kind of like balance out your salt base with your spice and your sugar, your sweet. Okay, so I'm mixing it right now. That's all I'm doing, just mixing it. Once I finish mixing it, I'm going to put back on the lid because I want it to cook. And I'm going to, you want to chop this up because, again, you have to feed a family, let's say a family of 4, which is a typical number, right? 2 kids, and 2 parents, or 3 kids and 1 parent. So, yeah, you want to make sure you have enough for at least 2 days. This is probably going to last us 3 days. So you can see how it's mixing lovely. This is what we want to happen. I'm going to put the lid back on it, and we're going to come back to it. So I have a half a cup of water. I'm going to put it in the microwave for about a minute. I already opened up all my cans. So I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this once I put this in the microwave. So one of our cans is paste. I need this to break down into, more of a smooth texture to mix in. So that's why I'm warming up water, and I'm gonna basically like scoop it out and put it in there. So let's check out our meat. So all of this juice and stuff that's in here, this is some good juice, baby. You do not want to get rid of it at all. So now it's just a matter of just breaking it up. You gotta break it up because you need this to spread. You need the meat to actually spread into your rice mixture. All right, that's done. What I am going to do is still put the top back on, and I'm going to cut my aisle down to number 2 once I finish breaking up all the meat. So you got your water, you see the steam, your paste, we're going to scoop it out. I thought I opened it, ha! And then we're going to mix it. It's still going to be a little bit thick, but it's going to make it easier to spread in here. And you want the consistency more like a tomato paste, like you was having like a soup, opposed to like a thin liquid. You want it to really be soupy like, which is perfect. You see the thickness? That's what you really want. It's going to thicken your food up really nicely. Now when I do this, I'm not making it for it to be like a soup. I'm making it to have like a sauce, you know, some substance or something. And it should be right there. Yes, perfect. You see that? You see how it's still, that's the consistency you want. So we're gonna check this one more time. And it's perfect. So first thing first, add your kidney beans in there, sauce and all. Just throw it in there. You don't care. Yes, don't leave nothing behind. Get it all. Because listen, this is a stretch meal. I'm going to turn my out up to 4 again. And I'm going to mix this in. Perfect amount of beans. Not too much to where the kiddos is going to be like, oh my God, I'm eating beans. But enough to give them the protein they need. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our tomato sauce. And our crushed tomatoes is going in here as well. And then we're going to basically mix this in. What I see I'm going to have to do is pour this in a bigger mixing pot, which is fine because we got to add the rice in here too. So let's do that now. Okay, so I have it in a bigger container. We're going to throw this in here as well. Because we want it to thicken. And we're going to mix it. Now, I do like to, around this time, taste it. So I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to taste it. This is going to let me know if I need to add a little bit more my herb mix or my seasoning mix to it to make sure. And then from there, if I feel like it's at the seasoning flavor that I want, I'm going to add in at least a tablespoon, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. Typically it's about 1 tablespoon of sugar. Got my spoon. And I like to try to scoop in there to get some of everything because I want to be able to taste the flavor in everything. It has the heat palette, but I do need some more herb and a little bit more salt. So this might do us good for the salt factor. I'm going to mix it in and I'm going to taste it again. And it should be just perfect in flavor. Got another spoon. Oh, bitch. So I'm going to put this top back on it and let it simmer. I'm going to get the sugar. So I'm going to start off with 1 tablespoon right now. Mix it in. And then get another spoon to taste it. You have to taste your food. You can't just cook and just assume that it's seasoned properly. You have to taste your spoon, your food all the time. So let's do it again. And don't just taste the, you see I dig underneath. Taste the underlining. You got to mix it around and then taste. Some of everything. Get the bean, get everything. Okay. One more. mix. I know it's a tedious step, but you really want it to hit home nicely. I can go for a little bit more sweetness. So I'm doing 3 because I do have a bigger pot. That definitely should be enough. Now I always put the lid back on it because, you know, salsa starts to pop and I don't want my counters or anything with red shit on it. So I'm scooping underneath. Take a little bit. That's it. That was it. I'm going to save this because I still make my own salt seasonings and I need to put in something. So with the rice, this is what we're going to do. Got our rice. It's still nice and hot, which is fine. I'm going to take it and throw it in there. And you're just going to continue repeating the steps. You see how fluffy this rice came out, guys? I don't know if that's going to be enough rice, but I do want to start off with that first and mix it. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need more rice. Okay, let's add about 4 more scoops of rice and see where that gets us. You cannot tell me this won't suffice for 2-3 days. If you are a family of 3, this should give y'all a good 3 days of a meal. For a family of 2, like we are, this should last us a good time, at least 4 days. You know, if we're eating in the morning for lunch or dinner, absolutely. And then I got it on low, so I'm basically gonna let it simmer low. While that's simmering, I'm going to basically clean up my mess and put the rest of this rice in a container, and go from there. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know you read the title, so I'm not even gonna have to go further and explain. What I am gonna do is don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, share, comment, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell underneath so you don't miss a video. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. So I'm not gonna do a lot of rambling because apparently the title says what I'm doing. But don't forget to sit in. I got my social media linked above. Follow me on there. Let's get into this video. Okay, so I am going to take y'all through and show y'all how I feed my dog, my lovely baby boy, Charles. I raw feed him, but I do add other things in his food as well. And I'm just going to show you and bring you along with what I feed him. I give him one decent sized meal a day. Beforehand, I was feeding him twice a day. He was overweight, a bit sluggish. I do give him a nice portion, one meal a day. Sometimes it's midday, sometimes it's late to get him through the whole night. And then that's it. So I'm going to show you guys what I feed him, how I feed him, and what I do. Okay, for those who don't know, I raw feed my dog. I do. I used to get him a very expensive dog food. It was not helping his digestive, his defecation or stool was all over the place. Since I've been raw feeding, his stool have been very consistent. His health, he's lost weight, he's slendered, he's gotten thick where he needs to, and so forth and so on. So let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, first things first is I always give him measured amount rice. My rice is my grain binder. So I have 1 cup here, and if you watched another video or my other video, me showing you quick meals, good quick meals, just go back and look in the playlist, guys. Just go back and look. I've made enough rice for him to have as well as us. So this is 1 cup here. And this is 3/4. That's literally all the grains he gets. And you see, it looks like it's a lot, but it's not. So, I do give him some oil. It can be any kind of oil. I used to give him fish oil, avocado oil, olive oil. This is a sunflower oil. Whatever oil you have, it will help with his coat. I don't really measure this. I eye it. So, I'm going to show you. I'm going to count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lied. 4. It pours heavy. That's all he needs. Honestly, this will be perfect for him. And then I give honey. Honey is it's really good for our digestive. It's good for their animals' digestive. So again, I'm just eyeing it. And that's all the honey he gets. Everything else, I'm about to show you chopping it up. So it's 1 egg left in this container. I give him the whole egg. I don't separate the egg from the shells. I don't. I break it up with my O2. So and then what I do now is I literally just take this and just so he can chew. Get those too. There we go. So, next thing I add in there is a sweet potato. Again, sweet potato is really, really good for their digestive system or anything. I'm going to put a whole sweet potato in, and it's cold. I take it from the refrigerator here because the rice is still semi-warm. And I chop it up. I don't take nothing out of it. I don't take the skin off. I'm putting all of it. It's really good for dogs with controlling their bowels, if they have an upset stomach, anything. Now, I typically will put this size. If I have sweet potatoes that's double the size, I would cut it in half. I would never give him one big, huge, humongous sweet potato. This is typically the size I show you is the size he will get. I'm not trying to make it too small because I will be mixing it. Okay. This right here is the sweet potato juice. I have another one in the refrigerator. I pour this in here. I do about 3/4 of a cup, so that's why I got that still here. And that's his liquid. It's all the vitamins and everything that came from the sweet potato. I just save it and use it as like a mixture type of ordeal. And then the last thing is his protein. This time he's on chicken thighs. I think that's what that is. Chicken thighs. I don't give him raw. I don't give him cooked chicken or the bone. I give him raw chicken with the raw bone. It's good for their teeth. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. If the meat is too big, then I will basically split this up. So this is huge. So he's going to end up getting half of this without the bone. And then another day he's going to get another half. So I'm going to basically just cut this in half. All of his food has been rinsed off and cleaned, and I put it in the refrigerator to help. So I'm going to basically put this one here because I've been touching it. So I don't want to touch that because it goes directly into the refrigerator. And I cut this up. You see, into like bite size. You don't have to. I do for my dog. Every person for themselves and their animal. This right here has been a decent sized meal for my dog with his growing and everything. A lot of times, sorry, I have a pot on. Now, I do mix and match his meat. Sometimes he'll have kidneys, he'll have liver, he'll have spleen, he'll have chicken feet. I give him a variety of protein. So I would say test your animal out first to see if they can tolerate it. It took me a week for my dog to get used to raw, and then after that it was perfectly fine. Literally perfectly fine. It's not unhealthy for him. It's actually the best way to feed your cat and your dog. So yeah, I really chop this up for him. I don't play that. Okay, we're almost done, and then we're going to mix it. Let me wash my hands, put this food up, and then I'll mix it. Okay, guys, so now we're just mixing it up. And I'm going to show you how I feed him as well. Because I make him wait. Right now he's outside. He's waiting. And I'm going to make him wait. So yes, this is how I feed him. It's about a half to maybe a little bit over half of a bowl. Has enough juice in there, good vitamins, oils, everything, the fatties and everything. So now let's see him eat and enjoy his meal. Okay. All right, so look, you see how excited sit. You wait. Okay, eat. And we will come back when he's done. Okay, so this is the meal. I got my food and I got some bread, guys. But this right here is a yes. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to sit here, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss my posts every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Bye.